y'all, it is the Southern Belle from Hell here, and I wanted to hop on and make a video on my top 20 mods of 2024. Now, in this video, I'm going to be introducing these mods to you guys, but I'm also going to be telling you how to apply these mods to your game, as well as how to update your mods when there's a new patch or there's a new game update, what have you. If you are new to mods or you're interested in getting into mods, then this is the video for you. But if you are a seasoned simmer that's been playing with mods forever, you probably won't find this video that helpful. Just being honest, I may introduce a few things that you may not know, but most of this is like beginner, intermediate knowledge, I guess you could say. So with my top 20 mods, especially if you've been doing this for a while, you've probably heard of these mods. A lot of YouTubers use these mods, a lot of just casual gamers. And I have these mods grouped into 3 groups. The first group is mod maintenance. These mods are mods that maintain your mods. I know it's crazy to have mods that maintain your other mods, but they do it and they do their job pretty well, I must say. So the first one we have is Mod Guard by Twisted Mexi. Now, Mod Guard doesn't add anything to your game. What it does is you download it and it scans all of your mods for you. So if you have a mod that you downloaded that has a virus in it, it will stop it from operating the game, which will save your game from breaking. Awesome. Also, it gives you specifics on what kind of mod is causing what issue. So say you have a mod that you just downloaded and for some reason your game keeps crashing. You don't really know why. It doesn't really give you anything. If you have Mod Guard, it'll actually tell you what mod is causing this, and if there is an updated version. It doesn't do that to all mods. If there is a brand new mod out there that you've downloaded, Mod Guard might not actually tell you what mod is doing that because it's brand new. It's not really like in the system yet. Number 2 of my top 20 mods is Better Exceptions, also by Twisted Mexi. Twisted Mexi has so many mods that are excellent for gameplay. All of the users and mods I'm giving in this video are by people that I trust. Like, these mods have never broken my game. They kind of keep everything updated, or they have mods that don't really need to be updated because the system, how they've made it, kind of is easy to go into the Sims system itself. A lot of the mods seem to take things that we used to have in the Sims 3 or the Sims 2, and they just add it to the Sims 4 because we miss it. So, Better Exceptions by Twisted Mexi goes awesome with Mod Guard. So what Better Exceptions is, you open up your game. As soon as you open up your game, you're going to get a window. Now this window will tell you a list of your mods that need to be updated. Now there's a lot of confusion here. Just because these mods are listed does not necessarily mean that these mods are causing an issue with this game. What it means is that these mods, they have to be updated as soon as there is an update out, because when they have a log, each of these mods have a log, and it has the most recent patch in its log. Now, if there has been a new patch, it'll automatically trigger Better Exceptions to report that these mods need to be updated. But if your game is running fine, you do not need to update these. This is just kind of like a notification that, hey, once we have updated these mods, make sure to, you know, download the newest version. But better exceptions is super helpful, especially when you get the orange window in the right hand corner that says last exception. You have an option to open up better exceptions, but a better exception window will pop up and it'll be like in the middle of your screen and it'll scan. It'll scan and see like what action happened to trigger a last exception window. Then a browser will open up and you will see what issue was caused. And that makes it easier for you to find out what mod, and especially if you have mod guard, exactly what mod that you need to take out of your game, what mod you need to update, or unfortunately what mod you may need to just completely delete altogether and maybe find another mod that's you know, similar. Now, Scarlet's Realm website. This is not a mod, but this is something super helpful if you want to update your mods. So, Scarlet's Realm website looks like this. Now, we are going to go to the mod list and click SFW plus NSFW edition. And after we click on this, we are going to have a mod status key, which is going to let us know if the mod that we need to update is broken, or if it's still compatible, if it's brand new, if you have to have an early access, or it's obsolete because, you know, there's been an update and whatnot that you no longer need that mod anymore. So, today is July 23rd, so the new update of The Sims is out. And what I'm doing is I need to find me a mod that, you know, is updated. So one of the mods that I'm going to be showing in this video is from Panda Sama, and it's the childbirth mod. So I'm going to put Panda Sama. I don't have to press enter. It'll automatically pull up all mods made by Panda Sama. And if I look, she's got a ton of mods, but here is my mod that I want. And if I click on it, it will take me to the website where I can get the newest download. Now, if I go back, like I can see, it doesn't have the patch status, unfortunately, but it does have when the newest update came out. Yeah, that's fairly recent. I have not updated it, and this is the newest version. Starting a new category, it is the build mods. Now, these two mods are also by Twisted Mexi. Again, Twisted Mexi is a genius, and it's just wonderful. Now, if you are a builder, you have to have these mods. It makes everything more realistic, and it makes things so much more free. So let's say, I'll just get a piece of furniture like this bed here. All right, so I have this bed, and for me to use tool, I just have to press Shift and T at the same time. Now, then I click on the object that I want to manipulate, and I rarely ever use this move button because if you need to move it over a little bit, all you have to do is press down Alt on your keyboard and click, and it'll move the object wherever you want it, even off the lot. Let's say this is an object that I need to move up. So I usually stick with decimal points, especially when it comes to like plants that want to sit on top of like a level. But like, let's say I want to move it up a lot. I'll go to elevate 1. And see, that's quite a big jump. I can also take it down. I'll go to -1, puts it back down. Now let's say I wanted to elevate it only a little bit. I can just do 0.10. And it'll pop it up a little bit. Let's say I want to put it in the ground. I could just go 0.15. Right, now it's sitting more in the ground, right? Now, what if I want to rotate it? What if there's like an object that I would rather it be facing another way or pointing straight up and down? So I can change its axis 3 different directions. So let's say I wanted to rotate it a 90-degree angle going from this way to that way. Now it turned that bed over. Now, let's say I wanted to scale it up and I wanted to fine tune the scale more than just pressing, you know, shift and left or right, you know, bracket point. I wanted to do something a little bit more, you know, not quite as big as going up to like, you know, the shift left facing bracket point. The default is already on 1. So if I wanted to scale it down a little bit, I would just do 0.90. It makes this bed smaller. Now, if I wanted to make it bigger, the default is already 1. So if I wanted to make it a quarter bigger, there we go. And options, like let's say you have a group, because if you press Alt on something else, it'll also turn that green and you could do the exact same actions. You can make a huge group if you want to. There are so many things that you can do with this, it's insane. Now, before you get off of Tool, make sure anything that's highlighted green, you press on it again, and then press Shift T. And then it'll be workable and usable in your gameplay. Better Build By. So Better Build By has its little option in this menu. And what it does is it automatically organizes everything for you so that you can find things easier, especially things that are like live edit objects or debug. So we even have this option here. So now here's all my debug items. I don't have to, you know a certain code or cheat or anything like that. Live edit. Here's all my live edit options, and they're also in other menus as well. Like if I wanted to do decorating and there's a couple of items I know is in the debug menu, it's also going to be in whatever category I choose. So see, here are some debug items in the clutter option. Now moving on to our gameplay mods. So this first mod I'm going to introduce is called UI Cheats by Weirbasu. And it just, it makes the cheats so much easier to do. Next gameplay mod is MC Command by Deaderpool. MC Command gives you the ultimate control of your Sims, their life, the lots. You can change all sorts of details. All right, so MC Command Center. You can do basically everything with MC Command Center. You can modify how everyone looks in CAS by clicking on this. You can change your Sim's age. So say you want to set them back a little bit. So say I wanted her to like start over from the beginning of her childhood. Give me a little bit more time to work on her skills. I can just go here and edit it this way. You can even kill your Sim. You can completely delete their Sim. You can delete their gender preferences, rename them, move them to another household, make them families with another household. You can teleport them. There's different occult commands, logging commands, which I usually don't mess with logging. I haven't really seen a need to. Then there's MC CAS, which I mean, you could do the same thing here, but if you don't want to open up CAS itself, you can operate all of these little things right here in this menu. For MC cheats. Now, since the UI cheats is broken and I can't show you certain things, I can still come here and do basically the same things I can do with UI cheats by Robosu. I can give them more money. I can change like their moods and their skills, and there's even certain expansion sheets that I can go off of. Expansion sheets. Oh, I can't talk. If she had a job, I could go ahead and promote her or demote her, one or the other. I can give them points for just different experiences. I can make them happy. I can have them complete an aspirational goal. I can completely reset them. So if they're kind of buggy and there's something going on and like they won't do a certain thing and there's no particular reason, I can completely reset them. If it gave me an aspiration that I didn't want to complete just yet, like say I wanted to do a rags to riches challenge, and one of the rules is to start off with literally $0, but by default, you get money in the game. I can completely reset that aspiration of them earning money. Here's MC Cleaner, and that really helps with like clearing out your inventory if you have a lot of stuff in there that accumulates. There's the household inventory in the build buy mode in their own personal inventory. Here's the MC Dresser. Again, it's just kind of like to clean out items that, you know, they get throughout their lives that you don't really need. MC Tuner, basically like their freedom. How much freedom do you want to give your Sims? You can flag certain Sims for like no aging or making them not have children. You can edit relationships, like say for some reason you have these two parents that you're working on their relationship, you want them to really love each other, but then they when you were monitoring them, they started a romance bar with someone else, and now they have like a bad reputation. You can completely delete that and clear it and make everyone forget that, you know, there's some infidelity that's happened, because, you know, like what that could mess up your whole like storyline that you're trying to get. And there are other things you can do if you press on a computer in their house, as well as a mailbox. You can bring more different groups of population here. You can set the neighborhood story settings. You can bypass certain things. So the first one, and honestly, like you need to have it for another mod to work, the Lupino mood pack. So what it does is it adds moodlets to your game, and it gives them certain feelings, certain thoughts, and just gives them more realistic reactions to things. It makes gameplay a lot more interesting. Now, you need this mood pack for another mod to work by Lupino. And this one is First Impressions. Now, First Impressions, as soon as they meet another Sim and have a conversation, if you go into their info, you will see under sentiments what first impression they had from this Sim. Did they like this Sim? Did they find that Sim attractive? Do they see themselves being friends with that Sim? You'll get all sorts of different impressions from your Sims based off their first meeting. So for Lupino's relationship, family and pregnancy overhaul. Here are your options. You can go to adoption. You can put your kid up for adoption. You can also easily adopt. That's in there. Insemination and surrogacy. You can donate baby-making biological material and get $200. You can have a baby through a surrogate from an agency. And there are also some advanced options. And it's so cool. You have to do certain things for this to happen. You have to have certain RPO conversations with your partner. Jealousy and infidelity. You can decide to always be faithful to your partner. You can set jealousy toward certain acts. You can either set to have no jealousy towards a specific sim. Under pregnancy and family, you can choose how many kids your sim would like, if they even want to have children or they don't want to, or if they're neutral. Thoughts on whether they want a boy or a girl or whatever. Carson's family and pregnancy status. You can have this cheat where you can have your child adopted by a specific other family. You can prevent your sim's prompts for family preference changes. When you have a sim that's already pregnant, you have other options that pop up here as well, like enthuse about pregnancy, arrange for like child support. Like say like your sims aren't together. Yeah, you can arrange that through RPO. You can gush over baby decor. It's so many different options. Reproductive health. You can check their fertility status. You can get them sterilized so that they don't have children anymore. If you're having trouble getting pregnant, you can purchase a fertility potion, and you can even go to the doctor and see if you need to do anything to boost your fertility. For romances and friendships, you can edit basically like all of your romance and friendships with any other sim. And you also have a meet and mingle app that comes with this mod. There's also another app for Wonderful Whims. It's called the Wookup. So if you get the new Love Struck package and you already have this, I'm not really sure how these are going to conflict, if they're going to, you know, be able to work simultaneously or not. I'm waiting for me to have access to the pack to answer that question. All right, Woohoo Health. Your Sims with this mod can actually get WTDs, or they can get other like down there problems. And so you can, like, if your sim is sick with something that is genitalia related, you'll have an option to go to the doctor up here and it'll be $200. If you have, like, your sim has a moodlet and it hints about something that has to do with WTDs, you can go get tested for it and you'll come home with some medicine, spend some money. Yeah, you can get HIV with this. You can go buy Woohoo protection items, which, you know, is either birth control pills or, you know, condoms, things like that. Woohoo Life. You can set your styles, roles, and preferences. You can either have like a high Woohoo drive or low or whatever. I just have it on neutral. Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much to me. Wonderful or Wicked Whims by Turbo Driver. I'm a good girl. I like Wonderful Whims. But Wicked Whims, it's the naughty version of Wonderful Whims. In Wicked Whims, you can have fights. You can like cheat on your partner and have all of these different moodlets and all sorts of things. There's also different Woohoo ideas and options to do as well, which may be interesting with this new Love Struck series coming out. However, I like the Wonderful Whims, but you can only choose one. You cannot have both Wonderful Whims and Wicked Whims in your game. I wish you could, so you can like switch back and forth, but you can't. Wonderful Whims gives you all sorts of choices when it comes to your relationships, your healthcare, especially if you have a female sim. She has to monitor her health, especially when it comes to pregnancy and her woohoo life. There's also some there's also some Wonderful Whim interactions for male sims as well. And also it opens the doors for the trans community and LGBTQ. And it just makes it so much more realistic as, you know, as far as choosing sexuality and care. And it adds that little extra bit of gameplay. The Childbirth mod by Panda Sama. The Childbirth mod goes excellently with Wonderful Whims and RPO. The Childbirth mod gives you options that is more personalized for when your sim is pregnant. Your sim can, you know, not just go to the doctor for checkups. They can meet with a midwife. They can go to Lamaze class. They can go and buy their baby some supplies. They'll come back with something in their inventory. You can talk more clearly with your sim's partner about planning for this baby. And there's also some cool little custom content that comes with this mod. If I wanted to search for some things, like I'm just going to type in birth here. There are some custom content items that comes with Panda Sama's Childbirth mod. We have a birthing pillow, and you can click on it and you can give birth at home in your bed. There is a birthing pool. You can have a birth at home in the pool. There's the birth certificate that we already get, but then there is a customizable birth certificate, and you can say for some reason or another the game did not give you your child's birth certificate. Here it is, and you can customize it, put in the names and everything. There's even the Miracle of Birth, a comprehensive guide, and it actually gives your Sims moodlets and stuff. When you are pregnant, you have the option to call your obstetrician and choose different birthing options. If you want to deliver by a surgery, which is super quick. If you want to do it at home and you want a midwife. If you want to do a pool birth. If you just want to come in and have checkups, you can do all that with this childbirth mod. An education overhaul bundle. Now what this does is it gives you the option when your sim becomes a toddler to send them to preschool. And while they're at preschool, they build all sorts of skills super fast. So your little baby sim can meet their milestones, and you're not just steadily trying to build your sim skills without actually getting to interact with them. You're just constantly teaching them. So this is an excellent mod to basically educate your sims without taking away from family time. When they age up to a child and even into a teenager, they have different options of different schools to go to. However, if you have the high school years pack, if you choose to do a virtual school and things like that, there's not a physical location with this pack for you to go to school. So if you don't want to miss out on that high school experience, then, I wouldn't use this mod particularly for that. You also have the option to study different subjects online. And that brings me to another mod. Now, the next few mods are going to be by the same creator. Little Miss Sam. Little Miss Sam kind of like Twisted Mexi, has so many mods that are just excellent for gameplay, and they will not break your game. Just awesome creators. You get all these little options here that gives them skill points. So if your sim needs to do or needs to build their mental skill, logic skill, what have you, do math problems. If they need to build on their fitness and motor skill, there's that. Charisma, social, painting, creativity, writing, all that good stuff. It's right here. And it's the same as like when they age up to being in high school. They will have different options here to do homework and build their skills at the same time, which is just genius. And it's just a cute little addition, especially when your child in The Sims is a child or a teenager. They have the first love option in Little Miss Sam's First Love mod. And it is so cute. You get a whole bunch of little interactions, like their first little hand holding, and it really establishes a view of relationships early in their little sim life. Let Friends Age Up by Little Miss Sam. It is super annoying, the fact that you can be playing and, you know, you're aging up into an elder, but you have a friend that you made when you first started the game as a young adult that is a young adult. That's not realistic, and it sucks. You can change that with MC Command Center, but if you don't want to have to go through in all your relationships and change the aging process, you can just download Let Friends Age Up by Little Miss Sam, and basically everyone that they have a relationship with will age up with your sim. Little Miss Sam, again, the parenting skill. We already have the parenting skill with Growing Together, or it's either Growing Together or the Parenthood Pack. Can't remember which. However, with this mod, people who are not mom or dad can gain parenting skill by helping, you know, the infant, the toddler, the child, the teenager, what have you. Even teenagers, like say it's an older sibling, if they are helping their younger sibling or their cousin, whoever, with a skill, you know, just those basic parenthood interactions, they too can gain a parenting skill level. Same thing goes to grandparents, uncles, basically anyone in the house that helps a child can gain the parenting skill. And this mod lets you do that. It's just a nice, nifty little thing. Last one by Little Miss Sam is School Holidays. I love school holidays because in The Sims 3, if you had, you know, a holiday like Christmas or Thanksgiving, your Sims, you know, didn't go to school. They didn't go to work. However, without this mod, your Sims will still go to school, which is a little strange. This mod changes that so that your child is also off of school on Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of that great stuff. Katie Mods, this is fairly new. It's not extremely new, but it's fairly new. She made a mod called Mega Interactions. Now, Mega Interactions doesn't really add anything to the game. It just opens the doors for a few other mods that you can download. Now, these other mods I've downloaded, there are 3, and they give you awesome interactions, which is perfect for storytelling. And they're just funny and they're cute. And I have to have them now. Every time I update my game, I have to have these 3 mods. The one with all the feelings, the one with the loving parents, and the one with all the romance. The romance interactions with them would be like, you can go to more choices and you'll see mega interactions. So since these Sims are partners, they have this option, romance. If he was a friend, it would have, you know, friendships. And you have so many conversation starters that is just awesome for gameplay, and it gives them moodlets. Like it's not just something that is said or, you know, an action that is done. It gives them moodlets. It really does impact their feelings towards each other, as well as raising their charisma skill or their flirty skill or their comedy. So say they got to an argument, you could argue about all these specific little things. And there's there's a lot of things in here. You can give them a ton of different compliments, and they have responses back. So it really is almost never ending, the options of interactions that they can do with each other. You guys can have a serious talk about your relationship. Not a fight, but a discussion. There are so many ways that you can change this. They know each other really well, but do you want to have kids one day? They already have a kid. So, I mean, there's some things that pop up that's kind of like redundant. Pickup lines, these are hilarious. And again, like their responses back are even funnier. They can discuss their relationship milestones. They've already said, I love you. But that is good, like for the beginning of a relationship. And finally, romance, being super sweet with each other. And this would be excellent with the new Love Struck pack. Now, for the one with the great parents. Now, the one with the loving parents, there's this interaction that pops up. Oh, here's one already. Teach about responsibility. All those interactions you can find by going to more choices, mega interactions, and he is the parent to this sim. So we have these options. He can get to know about what his child's favorite book, movie, subject, if that child is experiencing any fears, their dreams, all that good stuff. He can see, like, he can tell her all of these loving things, and this provides a lot to their relationship. They get moodlets for this. He can praise her for all of these different traits that she is showing, or maybe not even showing. Maybe she doesn't deserve this praise. And he can reassure her about, you know, believing in yourself, trusting in yourself. It's okay to be scared. It's just really, really cute and gives them awesome moodlets. So I'm actually going to show you one. So I'm going to go to loving, and I'm going to go to love spending time with you. And we will see what her response is. I love spending time with you. And she says, I'm so happy to hear that. Let's plan something fun to do together soon. We'll do another interaction. Ask about favorite teacher. Who is your favorite teacher and why? I love the teacher who always tells us funny stories to help us remember important facts. So there are so many different options that these mods can do. It's just so much fun. Okay, now we are at the last segment of this video, and I'm going to show you guys how to apply mods to your Sims 4 game. And also how to update it when there is a patch. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Electronic Arts, open up the Sims 4, and then I'm going to open up mods. Right now my mod folder is empty, just for me to show you how to put mods in here. I'm going to keep it open right here, and I'm going to have another screen for my downloads. I'm going to put that to the side. So now we have two windows, one for The Sims 4 and another one for downloads. Now, one of the mods that I know I need to update is MC Command. So I'm going to open up for MC Command. I'm just going to put MC Command Center, enter. All right, so once we get here, we're going to go to download MCCC. Now, this is the brand new version. However, it does let you know that there are fixes needed for today's update. But I'm going to go ahead and download it. And when I download it, I'm going to open it up. And as you can see, there's all these scripts. And I'm going to show you how to enable mods in your game after I show you how to put in mods. Okay. So, you see under downloads, you have this folder. And it's a zip file. You need to make sure when you extract it, you have the 7-zip application. So we're going to extract it. And so now we have this folder here that is extracted, and all we're going to do is from this downloads folder, we are going to drag the extracted folder to mods. And as you can see, it's in there now. And this version that is not extracted, you can just right click and then delete it, and you're good to go. Now, if you download any mods by Twisted Mexi, Twisted Mexi is a little different. 9 times out of 10, most of the mods you have, you just do that. You extract the file that you just downloaded and you move the unextracted version to your mods folder. However, Twisted Mexi's is a little different. He does give these directions, but I'm just going to show you. So we are going to go to Twisted Mexi and go to Twisted Mexi's Sims 4 Cheats and Mods. Now I am going to download tool. All right. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. This takes me directly to his Patreon page where you can find a ton of mods. I'm going to show you how to do number 3, make sure script mods are enabled in game options, other, and restart if it wasn't. So this zip file, we're going to download it. Now, we aren't going to extract anything. We don't need to. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to just take this folder and drag it to our mods folder. Don't have to extract anything. Don't need to. Same thing with Better Build By. All of Twisted Mexi's mods, you don't have to extract. You just got to make sure you have these 2 files dragged the package and the script files. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, so in updating my mods, almost all the mods did not need to be updated. However, there was a couple that came up in Scarlet's Realms mod list that I have that are broken. So until they come out with a updated mod, I took out the version of the mod that was in my external hard drive mods folder. And it's time consuming, but I looked up all of my mods and scripts. And when it comes to custom content, because as you guys can see, I have a lot. Basically, whatever items I see that are broken, I'm just gonna delete these off the list as well. But so far, the rest of the mods, there was only 3 I had to update for the new patch. So what I'm gonna do is the mods that were in my external hard drive folder and custom content, I'm just gonna copy it because I've deleted all the old versions that are over here that are replaced by the new. I deleted all the old ones in my external hard drive. So I'm just going to highlight everything I have. I know it's a lot. It's an addiction. And I'm just gonna move it here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to delete all of the mods that are in my external hard drive because now I have an updated list, right? And I'll have to update again if any of the mods or custom content just isn't working out. And I'm going to copy all of these again to my external hard drive. And again, if anything is messed up, I can always just come back and tweak it, fix it. Now, to keep storage on my computer, I'm going to go back to my downloads, and I don't need these unextracted files anymore. So I'm just going to delete it and empty my recycle bin. And now we're just going to see how this game works. Alright, so see, our mods are disabled right now. After every update it does this. So, I'm going to press OK. Let me turn my reshade off. And yeah, there's already some broken content because my sim doesn't look like this. So we can see that. So then we are going to go to Game Options. We're going to go to Other, Enable Custom Content. We're going to need to restart our game and make sure this is allowed. Then press Apply Changes. And also don't forget to clear out your local thumb catch, any old last exceptions and all that great stuff before restarting your game. I would even restart my computer after putting in all of the mods and custom content after the game has been updated, and clearing out your local thumb catch and everything down here that you don't need. I would restart my computer before starting it up again. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you out in some way, shape, or form. And if you have any questions, please ask me down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I upload 4 to 5 times a week. And check out my page for other videos. You can see me use these mods in different ways, and also custom content. So until next time, have a good one.